Test.
Test.
All right, and we're good. What's going on, guys?
Hi, welcome to my house.
Nate and Matt here, just Couchin podcast. This is the first episode. We're not on a couch, but this is mobile podcast episode 3.
Welcome to my home, mi casa. Just sharing it.
We were going to go in the game room, but how could we pass up this awesome fish tank backdrop?
Yeah, Nate's been fish keeping for how many years?
Since I'm 34, since I was 19.
Damn. So this started because we were at the Columbus County Fair, and none of us could win my daughter a goldfish. Remember that?
Yep,
I remember. Could not win my daughter a goldfish, and they would not let Nate buy her one.
I was like, yo, I'll just buy one. Come on.
So me and my wife, we're like, well, let's just get her a little tank and a couple fish. And then it turned into my fish tank. And then I upgraded to the 30-gallon. And now I got all kinds of fish. Yeah, I love them. Like, fish keeping is, I don't know, it's really fun to watch them. They come up and say hi to you. They follow your finger. They're like pets that don't talk back and bark. So, Nate got me into it, kind of. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. And there's just so much you got to know about it. And it's kind of a fun little hobby. And, I mean...
What's also really cool, too, when the pet store says you cannot put these fish together, and you put them together, and they fucking live together like happy best friends, and you're like, I'm God. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You do get a bit of a God complex.
Yeah.
You could just open this door, or you couldn't. Nah, I'd never do that. But no, welcome to my house.
It's cool creating an ecosystem and seeing it like thrive because, like, as you were saying earlier, like, it's really not that much cleanup if you have a balanced ecosystem.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be switching your filters more than once a month or even longer than that.
Yeah, no, you got the big aggressive eaters, and then you got kind of the bottom little guys that eat up all the food that gets low. You got the shrimp to take care of the poop and the bottom dwelling food. And you got a couple, rudders that go around and clean the rocks. So you just got to have the right stuff for the right occasion in your tank, and then you don't have to worry about it as much. Like, a lot of people say you got to do all this work. And like, I was just trying to pitch to sell my old tank to a friend that my wife has over, and she said it was a lot of work. And I was like, you can mitigate that. You can definitely mitigate that. Unlike the Bears, who cannot mitigate a drive in the NFL this year. Oh, what a joke my team is. So, fantasy football.
Yeah.
I didn't get in on the last update. Here's my update. Why did you bench Patrick Mahomes? The guy was going to break records against my team.
When you talk loud just a little bit, I think we might be peaking. I'm not sure, but yeah.
I'm passionate.
No, it's good. It's good.
My quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, could have had me 1 billion points. The Bears weren't stopping nothing. I lost by 6 points.
Dude, it was... If you looked at our matchups, it was like we were all like 3 points away in our matchups, like from each other.
It was so sad. Big Thursday night game this week. My pick to win the division and my sneaky playoff team, the Lions, just looked fantastic.
Dude, I switched tight ends last minute and played the tight end. He only got 5.6, but I mean, I went like 4.1 with like the number 2 tight end week 2. So
I was trying to drop DJ Moore to pick up David Montgomery, and I just missed the deadline. You got
a bottle opener, sir?
I just missed getting David Montgomery this week. He had 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards, and I missed him.
See, that's the cool thing about these microphones too. You can't see them, but you can still hear them perfectly.
You can hear the pain in my voice. Like, oh, gosh. So my Bears team can't do it, but the Bears running back, who I really liked, went to a new team. And instead of me picking him up, I missed the deadline, and he went off. He absolutely destroyed.
Oh, yeah, we're looking good. Nice.
So Nate just beat Mortal Kombat 1 story mode.
I did, and I thought it was pretty cool. Can I give you a little spoiler? Like one character name?
No. Oh, yeah, one character name, but don't spoil it.
So you get into some weird, like, ripples. I'll leave it at that.
I like ripples.
Time ripples.
I like ripples.
And you start fighting a character called Stung Lao.
Was that Kun Lao, but
And-
all weird?
It's like basically Scorpion and Kung Lao like
Rippled.
together. Yeah, it's
Rippled.
like you see a couple like some fusions towards the end, but it's like
There should be Reno. It's Kano and Raiden.
oh, there might have been.
Reno.
There might have been. That was
So I'm really liking the game. The cinematics are good. The graphics are good. The fighting seems a little slower and chunky, but I think that just means you got to play it a little longer to get the hang of it, which is nice because the last Mortal Kombat game I was really good at right away. It kind of got boring after a while, but I was good with Liu Kang. This one,
he doesn't even have the bicycle kick.
no, what? See? Spoiler. You ruined it.
What?
Because you unlock some moves later on, like with Raiden.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
you're
talk
right.
anymore. It's still a new game.
Well, I didn't check that part.
Yeah,
I haven't played like on
If
multiplayer
Liu
yet.
Kang doesn't have the bicycle kick.
Well, I saw it as like his finisher, but it wasn't like
Oh, it's stupid.
I don't know because there's
He
like
needs the bicycle kick. You can spam it all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Ooh, also another game we've been playing a lot is the Crew 2 or Crew Motorsport.
Crew Motorsport.
Awesome game.
I think they held off on the Crew 3 because they'll probably just come back for the full United States.
Yeah, the Crew 2 had a full map of the United States. It was awesome. And this one's just a free ride of Hawaii, but when they upped the graphics, I figured they had to shrink the map.
Yeah.
But drive time is still comparable, I guess.
I'm pretty. I would assume it's pretty close to one of the islands.
Yeah,
Like,
because one of the races in the Crew 2, it took us 40 minutes to go from New York to L.A.
and that's what's so cool about like GTA. You know, like
Just-
open world cruising, but you know that the highway just loops around.
But you want to go on a drive? I mean, the Crew. That's what I love about the game. It's kind of like a structured racing game, with the aesthetics of a Need for Speed Underground, with the feel of a Grand Theft Auto, just cruising around, which is like literally the sweet spot. Like if I was gonna have to pick a game to just throw on and burn some time,
Yeah.
I just want something I can cruise to, listen to a soundtrack, and just
Yep.
go.
And it still gives you a little bit of that like adrenaline, like you know at the end of a Call of Duty match when you're top 10, top 5,
Yep.
and you're like. When you get that, oh my God, it's crazy how much your heart gets racing. But the Crew, like, it definitely, like, I'll feel like my hand is, like, I'm squeezing the controller. I'll be like, whoa,
Because you think you could go
down.
faster.
Yeah.
Like you're just right there. You just can't get there, but you're so close. The only thing I don't like on the Crew is the boat racing. I couldn't do the boat racing. I mean, it just feels so clunky, and no matter what you do or what line you take, it seems like you can't catch up or, I mean, make up ground. That's my one
It
complaint.
feels like a drift.
Yeah, it just. But
The
there's no speed. It says you're going so fast, but you just can't catch up or nothing.
That's the one thing about hypercars. It's kind of weird. It's like, it says you're going like 80 right off the bat, and like you can see the houses going by pretty normal. So it's like,
Well, it's kilometers.
I switched it.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Me and Zach were just talking about how we need to go into our settings and switch that. I didn't know if you actually could.
It lasted like 1.5 minutes for me. I was so pissed off. I was like, I want to know how fast I'm going. So I switched it right away.
You don't like kilometers?
No, it doesn't equate.
No,
I don't.
that's lies.
I use the metric system,
In
dude.
1776, we said no more kilometers.
Metric system.
Metric is gone.
No, miles per hour is the metric system.
No,
isn't
miles
it?
per hour is standard.
And kilometers metric.
That's metric.
Oh well.
We looked at metric and we said we don't want any of it except for a 10 millimeter socket. And that's why we keep losing them.
Yeah. Well, isn't it like the half inches
Half inch is standard.
standard?
Inch, foot, meter, or inch, foot, yard, mile, standard. Centimeter, meter, kilometer, metric.
Stay in school, guys. Yeah, dude. If you don't use it, you forget it.
No, I mean it's easy to forget.
I use tools in mainly metric, I think, because
Oh,
I
yeah,
use my
most
1 through
automobiles.
10s.
Yeah, most automobiles are done in metric. Like you'd be hard pressed because it's more. As weird as it sounds, it's more standardized than standard in automotive.
Yeah.
Because if you go from Toyota to Ford to Chevy, Well, Toyota's going to be metric. Then you got your American made, which is going to be standard. It's just a lot easier if they
Dodge.
just do Dodges. Fiat.
Yeah, you're right, which is Italian.
Italian for
But
crap.
Mopar, is Mopar Italian?
Mopar is bought by Fiat. I'm pretty sure. Dodge and Mopar are the same company. I'm pretty sure Mopar sold Dodge. So I'm pretty sure it's just all Fiat. And Fiat means
I know
fix
Fiat.
it again, Tony.
Fix
which
it.
is slang for not a good car.
Fix it again, Tony.
So my dad always calls himself.
Shout out to Two Dudes in a Cart, Tony. We got those episodes
Tony.
dropping next week.
Or as you might know him from my short, they're the Allstate team. Great rates.
We got 2 episodes of that dropping. Yeah, Monday, and I might just drop them both, but it's two episodes.
No, those are good guys. Check out their channel. They're good guys.
Let me see what we're at here. All right, we're at 11 minutes in.
Ooh, 11 minutes.
Let's see here. Golf clubs. So there's this thing in Waterloo called Wiener and Kraut Day.
Wiener and
You
Kraut.
want to explain that a little bit?
So, in 1924, a celebration no one had ever seen before was invented right here in Waterloo, Wisconsin. Wiener and Kraut Day, combining the salty sweetness of a wiener with the I messed it up. But
Shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock.
Invented in 1444.
So basically, it's like a German holiday celebration. It's like a celebration of German heritage, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But it's basically a citywide garage sale, storefront event where they have vendors and stuff come out, and then the citywide garage sale kicks off.
Yep.
So my pastime at Wiener and Kraut Day is lurking through people's garages trying to find golf clubs.
It's a good side hustle for anybody that follows Gary Vee, and he talks about garage sailing. Like, it's people that are getting rid of stuff because they don't have enough space for it, and they don't just want to quite give it away to Goodwill, but it's literally the next step. So you're getting it to next to nothing most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I find sets that are good. I price them based on their value, and then I take off a percentage of what I think is fair market for it. So I'm not out to make the maximum money on it, but my side hustle is buying golf clubs, assembling a full set for a beginner, and then selling it on Facebook Marketplace. And so far, I've had really good reviews. I got 5-star review as a seller. I think I sold about 13 sets.
Yep. I was one of them. That's how I got into golf. I was originally just going to film Nick, and I didn't really understand the rules of, like, it's 4 people per tee time. It doesn't matter if 4 people are golfing. You can't really have a tag along. Like, you can't really just bring a 5th cameraman unless, like, you know the course or whatever.
Right.
So I was like, I should probably just get into golfing if I'm going to have to pay to be a ride along anyways.
Yeah,
Which you don't have to all the time.
Yeah, you were actually here when I was selling the set, and someone was about ready to leave their house to come get it, and then Nate's like, no, just tell them to stay. I'll take it.
I took it, and I still use, the only thing I've upgraded is my putter and my driver. I still use all the irons except number 8 because I lost my number 8 and my pitching, but that was kind of a blessing in disguise because it took me to branch out and buy some more clubs, and I got a driver that I like finally. I got a putter that I love, and the iron
wedges.
The wedges, I got a 52, a 56, a 60. And I actually rotate through all of them quite a bit.
No, they're very versatile clubs. Wedges are a very
So
important part of the game.
I took out my 3 iron.
Oh, yeah. 3 irons. Just if you got a hybrid or a wood, you just put your 3 iron right off to the side.
It was just taking up space with the
Yeah.
extra irons.
Yeah, because, well, you do got a cap on how many clubs you can get. to have in
Or
your
wedges.
bag.
Yeah. Oh, especially for tournaments.
Well, yeah. It's 14, I think. And you don't want any more than 14. I don't know if that's the exact number. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I could be. I'm not an expert by any means. I just do it for fun. But I think that's the cutoff for your clubs. But you don't want to have any more than that because then you got too many choices. You know, like you're just digging through and you keep second guessing your distance.
Yeah.
It's better
like,
just to have what you need.
I can't hit a 4 any farther than a 5 right now.
Yeah.
So I should probably take that out too, but I'm leaving it in for now.
Yeah, I took the 4 out, and I just got my rescue hybrid in there.
Yeah, which you can. We have some clips on our Instagram.
Yeah, I love that. That's my favorite club. It's a 4 hybrid or a 4 rescue hybrid. So.
And then you use a utility out of the sand, usually, don't you?
I got my 70-degree.
Oh,
70-degree hummingbird. I
Yeah,
just got that. I need a lot more practice on it. But when you hit it really good, it goes like 30 feet in the air and 10 feet out. So
that one drive you had. I'll try if I can. If you have it, I'll post the video right now. I'll play it like down here. I'll play
right around here.
Dude, Matt had the drive of the day, and it might have been my drive of the day too, because I was a good 50 yards behind you, but somehow I cleared those trees.
I went right over them.
I didn't. I went through them, so I was like, it was lucky, but yeah, easily 290 for you. For you, probably 250 for me, 240. But yeah, you were.
I was about 30 feet away from the hole.
Yeah.
Like, it was just up a little skip. It's a clip where Nick
was hitting out of that crazy
is in that
sand
crazy
shot.
trap with the railroad ties on the side structure. So that hole, I was where Nick Chang was. I was literally 10 feet back on the green where Nate was standing recording. That's where my drive landed. So.
Yep, and I think you guys parred that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or Birdie did or something?
I think we parred it. Hold on one second. Keep talking. I got a mobile mic.
You got the mobile mic. Oh, you can be as loud as you want.
Okay. Can you put this in when it beeps?
It makes us look important, like we have other stuff going on.
My wife's making pizza for the kids. Like I said, we got wife, friends, girlfriends, and kids all outside doing activities today.
We're having a ladies' craft night right now.
Yeah.
And we're out here watching, supervising, and recording at the same time.
We're supervising the fish and the camera and the microphones. Yeah, I'll take care of it, honey. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Yep.
Yeah, man, you got a really nice tank. The cool thing with these type of fish, they would be considered a non-aggressive fish, is you can really put any of them together, and as long as they have a couple of their others, they'll pretty much get along.
Yeah. Well, the mollies don't school. The guppies don't school. The glowfish school. So I mean, but they all kind of hang out by themselves. The ones that really school are my glass catfish and my neon tetras. I mean, other than that, everything seems to get along. The guppies hang out with the mollies. The neons hang out with the regulars. I mean,
I love the
it's a good
sound.
time.
It's so like, I listen to. Do you use a noise machine at all?
Yeah, we do crickets.
We listen to rain.
Oh, really? I like rain.
Yeah.
Whitney does not enjoy the rain.
See, I had crickets. I had 3 chameleons at one point.
Oh, so you fed crickets?
Yeah, and it was easier to just breed them than fucking buy 75 crickets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I bought this cricket breeder, and you buy them, and you just, they breed within a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point where I was in a fourplex, and I had to put them, like, in my garage outside, because it was like, yo.
Did they escape?
Not too much, but they're loud.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't go until like 1 in the morning, and then it's just like
Rubbing their legs.
And then it kind of sucked too, because I had the chameleon. One of them was out in the living room, but the other one was in my room. It was a veiled chameleon. He was pretty big. I named him Boss. He would only like. He was picky about when he ate. Like I give him like 6 or 7, but he always saved one for like at night.
Just toying with it.
Yeah, like, well, he wanted one in there, and then it would be like 3 in the morning, and you just hear that one, like, just reaching out for other crickets, and like, bro, you're alone in there, dude.
So you better keep it quiet.
Yeah.
You ever seen Predator? There's an invisible lizard. It's probably to tongue lash you out of this world.
Dude, comment if you ever owned any animals or fish, or I've owned bearded dragon. No, sorry, Chinese water dragon. 2 Jackson's chameleons, 1 male, 1 female. Veiled chameleon, female. and 2 anoles.
What are anoles?
They're like those little lizards you see in Florida all over.
Oh, the really fast darting ones?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
When I lived in South Carolina, those were everywhere.
I made a half fish tank, half.
A
So-
terrarium?
Yeah, basically.
Is that what they're called, the terrariums?
I don't know.
Because aquarium.
It's not a terrarium. 'Cause
Yeah,
that-
it's terrarium.
Terrarium's no water.
Yeah,
It's just plants.
with lizards. Isn't that a terrarium?
Yeah.
What did I say? A terrarium? I mixed them.
But so you know how turtles they have the.
That's what it would be. Half aquarium.
So I did half rocks
Yeah.
to where like, and it was way too much for the tank to handle because like literally it was like that. But so the water was only down here, and I put like an in filter thing, and then I had the 2 lizards in there, with all like this stuff, so they could go all over. But it was a hassle.
Yeah.
Plus I was renting, so I only had a year of it, so I took it down, and then I put the anoles in a different cage, and they lived for like 2 years. But that was before I met you.
Oh. Poor anoles.
Yeah. Our apple snail died. I think I showed you the shell. It was like,
Oh, it was huge.
yeah, it's crazy.
It looked like a crab apple.
Yeah.
Like a good sized crab apple. I had a problem with this tank because I put a snail in right away and there's nothing for it to eat, and we feel really bad, but there's just nothing for him. And then we had a pleco, and he was just starting to suck algae off my old tank, and then I upgraded tanks, and he had nowhere to go. I feel bad about that, but you know, I was new to the hobby and I was just learning, so I tried to feed him with algae pellets, but he just wouldn't take it. It seems like they don't like those.
Fish get stressed. Sometimes it's out of your control, and you got to remember that their shelf life is not very long at the store.
Those glass catfish can live 8 years.
No, I mean at the store.
Oh yeah.
Like not here at the store with the people digging their hands in there every day.
Yeah.
Getting stressed out from people tapping on the glass. Like you're saving a fish, even if it's possibly a worse. Don't hold me to that one, but yeah, some of the setups at pet stores are not the best. Like
No.
you'll see like a lot of dead fish floating around.
Yeah, I was at a store this weekend to buy those glass catfish. I didn't go to my normal store. I have a very good relationship with the people at that store. I go there like twice a week just to go and look at fish. Maybe buy 1 or 2 of these little neons.
PetSmart, right?
PetSmart.
Yeah, I love PetSmart.
I went to Animart.
Shout out to PetSmart.
And I was kind of horrified at like their the tubing in the back that filters and feeds their water. It was all full of black hair algae, and it just didn't look clean. The fish were overpriced. There's dead fish floating in the tanks, and this is nothing against them. Like, it's an establishment. I get it. You do what you can with the help you got. Especially now, it's hard to find good help. But PetSmart, their employees are knowledgeable, helpful.
I do know a couple people that work at Animart that are really good. It's not in the fish section, but I think it comes down to it's hard to find good help.
Yeah, like you gotta find people who care.
And if people who care kind of deserve more money than what those places are paying.
But I mean, and that's a fine line. Like it is Madison. I get it's expensive to have a business open. They're both prime real estate, but
I just remember. In Sun Prairie, right where the Rock is now.
yeah, yep.
There used to be that strip mall's been there forever.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So that was like an Ace Hardware right there or something.
Yep.
Literally right next door, there was a little pet shop, little pet store. Have you ever seen Brink?
No.
Okay, well, it reminded me of that, but it was just like this little pet store, and you could go in there, and there weren't too many fish tanks and stuff, but there were hamsters, and it was like, this dude knew everything. It was like one dude, it was a family-owned thing.
So it was a passion store.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, I guess corporations change.
Yep.
It takes it, but man, those little family pet shops, you don't see those.
Well, they
anymore.
can't afford to sell anymore because like even this like structure there is $30 on Amazon. If you went into a Animart or PetSmart, it'd be $50. If you went into a mom and pop store, they'd have to price it like $80. Just because they have to meet their margins.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it really sucks, but the local mom and pop store, in any business, they need our help. Like, if you can swing it, I'd recommend shopping there. Like, if you have any hobbies that you like to do, go to a local store. Go to a small store. Get to know the people there. it's gonna pay off more to support them than ordering on Amazon. I
Yeah.
couldn't afford $50 for a piece of fish
No
decor.
and so, a lot of it's just convenience too.
Yeah, absolutely. We sacrifice
For you living out in
well-being for
Waterloo,
convenience a lot.
You don't have the convenience of driving 10 minutes to the plethora of things that are available in Madison.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not just saving money on the thing. It's gas, it's time, it's everything. So, unfortunately, Amazon is kicking butt in that department. But
Yeah. And everyone says how much they hate them, but we all know when push comes to shove, those people are still ordering on Amazon just as much as everybody
Yeah.
else. Like, we hate them, but the only thing that's going to stop them is supporting your local stores. But then nobody wants to spend the money. And it's
Well, dude, Leanne needed this thing for her feet. Her feet were killing her. It's 11 o'clock at night. Like, Walmart doesn't have anything like that. She wanted this, like, bubbler thing or whatever.
yeah, like a foot massage thingy kind of thing?
was-
Like a foot bath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was there in 12 hours. It
From
was,
Amazon?
Yeah, like, we ordered it at, like, 11 o'clock at night, and it was on our doorstep the next Saturday morning at, like, 9 o'clock when we woke up.
Nice. Oh, you know they're building a new Amazon warehouse fulfillment center right outside of Sun Prairie, right?
I didn't know that.
TT out by Cottage Grove. The building, I think it's like 5 million square foot. It's massive. I just remembered I read an article when they first announced it, but our plumbing company just put in a bid to do the plumbing there.
That's cool.
So it just came back up in my mind recently. So you live in Sun Prairie.
Yeah.
If it ships out of that store, you're probably gonna get same day delivery.
Yeah.
On a lot of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big boom. Like, as much as I don't like Amazon per se, I do like that's gonna bring jobs and stuff, and it's gonna be very convenient.
Yeah.
So, but once
I've thought
again,
about that too. Those drivers get paid
good money.
decent amount of money.
They get paid good money to drive. I'd rather be a driver for Amazon than in the fulfillment center.
Unfortunately, Amazon's going with Dodge. I don't mean to shit on Dodge, but those ProMasters have problems. The new ones.
Well, and they're going with
there's-
electric too. Those
There's
electric
this part
wagons,
strike
yeah.
now.
A what?
The strike for the
Oh, the
So-
car workers union.
we can get one part per day per store per like whatever.
Really?
Not like one part, but like if we want one of like a transmission or whatever.
Yeah.
We can get one per day, even if we need 10.
That's better than the assembly line
Yeah,
at Dodge.
So there's this
They can't
recall.
put together a transmission to save their life.
There's this spring coil recall,
Yeah.
and we can only get one a week.
One a week on a recall item.
Yeah, and we already have
Do better.
we have like 50 or 60 backed up.
Yeah. Well, it's a recall. Every model.
that's just
is
our
coming through.
store.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane that a recall item isn't the focus
And
right
it's
now.
like one out of every 100
yeah,
of the cars.
well, that's why it's a recall, because it's such a big problem. You'd think that if it's a specific item for a specific recall, they'd focus all their energy on that.
All right, we have 1 minute left. That's it.
1 minute left. Well, thank you for joining us at my home. We were speaking a lot of nonsense, but we talked about some cool stuff, some hopefully relevant to you. We talked about pets today. If you have any pictures of your pets, names, any stories about your pets, please leave a comment. We'd love to see your pets. We are
Yes,
a very
sir.
pro animal here, and we do love our pets to death. So.
Oh yes. You're gonna be seeing a lot more sporadic, random, mobile podcast. We're going hard on this. So, cheers, guys. Peace.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Have a great night.